If you're trying to create a WordPress blog today that would rank on search engines like Google, then you know speed is extremely important to this. As a matter of fact, your WordPress blog must be able to load in less than 3 seconds. Quite frankly, there are a number of things responsible for a super fast blazing WordPress blog. One of the things that is critical on that list is you using a WordPress theme that's optimized for speed. And that's why in this tutorial, I want to walk you through Astra theme, which is one of the fastest theme in the WordPress repository and one of the most flexible WordPress theme you can use today for a WordPress blog, especially if you're keen on speed. So without further ado, I think I should get started into these tutorials immediately. Just before I go to my screen to show you how to set up a WordPress blog using Astra and customizing it for speed, one of the things again that is critical to speed of your blog is you using the right host. As a WordPress agency, we have used quite a number of hosting over the years. Out of the oceans of WordPress hosting in the WordPress marketplace, we've been able to streamline all of them to a little few that we have used as an agency and we recommend to our clients anytime they want to design a WordPress website or a WordPress blog. We will leave a link to them in the video description. You can check them out because this is extremely important to have a fast blazing WordPress blog. Also in the video description are several resources that will help you set up a WordPress website if you've not set up one before, and also how you can get your WordPress website to speed. So do well to check the video description now for you to see a link to that. But if you already have an hosting, a domain name ready for your blog, then you can just keep that process and then continue the tutorial. And that's bringing me to letting you know that I know this video can catch a lot of attention from beginner to intermediate to expert. So you want to check the video description also to see a timestamp so that you can navigate appropriately across the video to where you have a challenge that you want to focus on, or where you just want to see the customization step for Astra. Without wasting so much time again, let me take you to my screen and then let's continue this tutorial. So right here is a random WordPress website that we want to use for tutorial, and I can just show you what this look like on front end so that you see I have the default WordPress theme installed here. So now let's go back. The first thing we want to do here is for us to install Astra. So we're going to come to appearance, we're going to come to themes, and then I can add a new theme. Just like I told you, you can see for yourself that Astra is one of the most recommended WordPress theme here. So we can install these on our own WordPress website too as well. And now let's activate this theme. Awesome. Before we continue this tutorial, one of the things I love to do as a standard practice is for me to always keep my WordPress theme clean. Is extremely important. You don't want to leave unnecessary themes or plugin you're not using on your blog. Extremely important if you want to have a super lightweight blog. So right now I will just be deleting these WordPress themes. So now we have Astra theme alone installed, and this is super good. For us to be able to get the best out of Astra, it is super important for us to use their starter template to just pick up a blog template that we can easily customize for our own blog. For us to be able to do that, if you come here, you would see that you have this call to action here. Let's get started with our starter template, and that's the right thing to do. With a click of a button here, we should be able to have that plugin installed. Awesome. So right now we can continue the process of installing a template. But for us to continue this, we have two options here, which is to use their AI website builder or to use their starter template. As usual, like I told you, let's stick using their template, but I will show also in subsequent tutorials how you can use their AI to build yourself a blog or whatever type of website you have in mind, WordPress website really you have in mind. So let's stick to block editor. This is super good for speed. So right here we see that Astra is trying to sync template library. This might take some few seconds, so let's give this time to finish up. Super awesome. We have the template ready for us to use. If you scroll down here, you figure out that they have quite a number of templates here we can jump on. Some of them here are premium, as you can see from the badge here, but we can just come up here and use their block filter. So as you can see from here, so what you have to do from here is just for you to select the type of blog that you want to create, or maybe just go through all of their blog template to pick anyone in case you can't see any blog type here that you have in mind. And that's bringing me up to this point where I'm a little bit curious to know the type of blog that you are looking to create. It would be good for us as agency that we have viewers know the type of niche they're extremely interested in. We might be able to create more tutorials to help you in that specific niche. So if you are watching right now, you can just go straight into the comment section to let me know what type of niche blog you are trying to create right now watching this tutorial. And then we can provide more useful resources that should be able to help you along that niche. All right, so let's get back to this tutorial. So for the purpose of this example, I will just want to go to, let's just say, travel blog. Let's see what template they have in that sphere. You can see, even though the first four here, the three of them here are premium, this one here is still free, and that's quite very interesting. Beyond just looking them like this, you can easily just click into this for you to see a preview of what this theme would look like. All right, so this is exactly what this would look like if you install it. You can see this. Super exciting. Explore the world with me is the call to action there. Just a little picture of you, the owner of the blog, and then a little about your story, traveling around the world if you want to create a travel blog. And then you can see your recent blog post, and then a call to action, and also your future destination that you have set up for you. This is quite very fantastic. And some of the readers thought, like, comment on your blog. I liked it for people to see. And also some of the media you've been featured with, you've been seeing, maybe you've written an article on Forbes, or you've written an article on CNN, wherever it is, you can just have them here. And then also just maybe a quote here, and then your logo. Super cool WordPress blog. There are quite a number of templates that you can use from there, quite frankly, but I would just want to use this for tutorial purpose alone. And right now you can see that we can already start our customization process from here by uploading our logo to change this one here, and change our font from here, and also our color palette. I always enjoy changing color palette from here personally. It just gives you a different feel of the blog. If you don't have any color in mind and you just want to make use of their default color palette, you can make do of these for your blog. But if you have specific color in mind, you can just leave this here, because I don't want to do any form of customization here. I want to do this eventually later. But right now, let's just leave this as is, and let's hit the continue button. And from here, you can also add other features like an e-commerce with shortcuts, automations and integration, free live chat. If you want to have that on your blog, you can select all of that. But I will just leave this as is, and then I would probably just skip this step, and then I would agree to the terms and conditions and submit and build my website. In our case here, a blog, and this is installing, the demo content is installing. This will take some few more seconds to finish up, and then we have a blog 50% ready for us to start using. How super cool is this? Super awesome. Congratulations. Our website is live, and we have a blog ready for us to customize to use. Right now, we can just visit our website from here. And just like that, we now have a WordPress blog here ready for us to use. And initially, this was what we had when we started out. As you can see this, we now have this professional looking WordPress blog in few seconds. Let's say we want to change the whole feel of this blog. We want to have a more tiny page for people to read here. Or let's say we want to have a sidebar here where we can put further news, we can put call to actions, maybe sell banner space for art. We want to do quite so much customizing this to have a unique feel. That's exactly what I'm about in this tutorial. Let's see how we can customize things here. So let's go back and let's come back to our WordPress dashboard. Before we continue, let's come to plugins. Let's see all plugins that might have been installed for us. So you can see we have starter template installed here and Spectra installed here. Just 2 plugins, more than enough for us to roll our blog. But for us to get more acquainted with Astra, I think let's just come to Astra. Let's come to the dashboard. Let's see exactly what we have there. Awesome. So this is exactly what Astra dashboard looks like. Hello dapps, welcome to Astra. And this is letting us know that we are using the free template, which is good enough. Most times the free Astra theme is enough for most people. But again, I'm going to show you eventually what you can do also with the Pro, just in case you want to have more using Astra. So if you come down here, you can see some quick settings, which is your site identity, your header, footer customization, your colors, typography, your buttons. And this is good because you can set this up here site-wide, and this will definitely take you to your customization tab. So if you want to do more with Astra, from here, as you can see, they have some pro modules here like colors and background. You can change that. For typography, again, you can take full control from header to footer, your spacings, your block pro. You can choose some advanced layout, infinite scroll, post meta controls, and a lot more there for your blog using Astra Pro. You also have access to a site builder, which is a fantastic thing to be able to do using Astra. You can change all the templates. You can create a template for your blog, a template for your single archive, your post archive, 404 pages, how your blog outlay should look. A lot of things you can do here with your site builder, and that's the reason why Astra Pro is a very, very, very good option. You can never be wrong investing in Astra Pro. And in case you want to invest in Astra Pro, we have a link to Astra Pro in the video description. You can check that out. It's quite very, very fantastic. Navigation menu, site layout, sticky header, page headers, WooCommerce, white label, lifter LMS in case you want to turn your blog to a learning management system. You might want to offer courses on your website. You can easily have a plugin that integrates Lifter LMS to Astra and also Lindash too as well. That's fantastic. In case you want to sell easy digital download, you want to sell digital asset, you want to sell physical asset, you can also use WooCommerce to sell digital asset too as well. You can also extend your website, your blog with short forms, with Spectra, which is already activated, by the way, and some other things here like Shortcut or Presto Player. Presto Player will be useful for you if you want to maybe do something around learning management systems. Let's just go straight here to our customization because this is where we want to spend a lot of time. So this is what the customization tab for WordPress look like using Astra. The first thing here is our global settings. And if you come here, this is where you want to change a lot of things globally that will affect the entire website. So first thing here is our typography. So you can see we can change our base front, which is also our body and our heading front. And then we can also specify several heading font for H1 to H6 tag. That's extremely important. So as you can see here, Poppins is set up here by default. I love Poppins. I might just want to leave Poppins, but again, for tutorial purpose, we can possibly just check this out. You can see the family front here, and you may just want to do this from here. You might just want to maybe work with precept here. You can see what this is about. You can see this is Lato and Laura. This is Roboto and Barlow semi-condensed. This is DM Sheriff display with Worksans. Let's just experiment with them and let's see this. You can see that this is changing. In case you don't know the specific font you want to use, their precept here just is fantastic enough. And you can see I have a lot of things here already changed from my body front to my heading front. And then you can go all ahead to choose specific H1 font, H2, or till you get your H6 tag if you are very keen on that. That's it for changing typography site-wide. And now let's come back to the colors like I showed you earlier. Just in case you have a brand color, you can specify them here. And again, they have color palette you can easily choose from. That's literally up to you. So if we select this color palette, you can see that's already reflecting on our pages. And I think this is super cool, right? And from there, in case this is not good enough, you can just come here to your primary color. Here is blue. Since you're using star one, you might want to change that from blue, and then you can find an appropriate color here. Let's say we want to make this somewhere green. You can see this. You can see that's live on our website already. How super amazing is this? And this will be site-wide. Everywhere we have a button, we're going to have that change. You can see our social media icons already is changing to green. Super cool. You don't need to go across your website changing colors here and there. Just with this color palette here, you can make changes site-wide. That's super fantastic. Let me just go back to what we have here as default, just for tutorial purposes alone. You can also change your surface color, which is also important. This is your site background. This is what the color is everywhere. So you can see this is the color. So if I come here, I can change it to maybe white, for example. And you can see everywhere on the website right now is white. Super awesome. Then content background color right now is set to white. We might want to maybe change things there. Maybe this time around we want to change this right now to this color. So you can see this one here now that has a content has changed. How super amazing is this? Let's just stick everything to white and let's leave it as is. And once we are done making changes like this, we can publish this. But before we publish our changes, let's still go ahead and let's come to our container. This is the default container here is set to normal. You may want to set this to full width or maybe set this to narrow, but I'll just leave this as it is. Also, you can come to your container style. You can make it boxed or make it unboxed. From here, we may not be able to see this if we don't go into maybe a blog article for us to be able to see the difference between okay, and also our color palette here is not doing justice to this for us to see what it is like when it is boxed and when it is unboxed. Let's come back here. Okay, you can see initially here when we have the colors like this for our content background, you can see this now here is a boxed display. If it is unboxed, you will just have this white display the entire screen. Because we have the same colors here, we are not able to see that, and that's quite understandable. One of the things we can still set here is our container width. Once it is set to normal, what do we want the width to be like in terms of pixels, and exactly what we want it to be like once it is set to narrow, something small like this. 750 pixel here is by default, which to me is okay. You might want to adjust that to suit your style. So we can come back from here. Another thing we can still play around here is our buttons. We might want to set global colors for our buttons. So you can see what our button look like here for post, comment. You can see the color here, the background color, and then the text color is white, as we can confirm from here. We might want to set specific font for our button and also the padding for our button, but I just love the default button setting here, but you can experiment with all of that from here too as well. So this is primary. You can also come to secondary buttons for you to be able to make some kind of adjustment to that. So that's it for our buttons. So we can come back to as well. I think we're done here going around what the global settings are here, and the next thing we want to do now from here is to customize our header. We can customize our header clicking here or just coming to the header itself here and you will see this edit button from here. You can customize this. You can also from your header want to go into specific aspect of your header to customize things. For example, let's go to our logo. You can see from here that I can customize this logo here, or let's just come to our menu. You can see the edit button is here, and then for our social icons or shares from here, we can also edit them from here. This is super easy and intuitive. So let's come here to our header. So from here, this is what our header will look like in terms of design structure. So let's say I want to take my logo from here. I want to put my logo at the center. So I can just easily drag the logo here to my center of the page. Super cool. Let's say we want to as well take our menu away from here. I can just easily drag my menu, and then I can bring my menu somewhere here. Awesome again. So that is how super cool and easy for you to build your header by just dragging things here and there. How super awesome is this? Another thing you can still do from here to customize things further is, let's say you want to have your blog menu under your logo. For example, let's just drag this down here to the center, just like so. How super cool is this? Let's say again we want to drag our social shares. We want to maybe also centralize this somewhere there. You can see this. This is super cool. There is nothing stopping you here to customizing your header. Whatever is stopping you here is just your own imagination. And that's the beauty of using Astra. Super easy thing to customize. Let's say we want to take this right now above logo, of course. Let's see what that will look like in terms of design. Beautiful, but I think this is just taking so much space. But again, I can just drag things back here, and also maybe just take this back here. That's me just showing you how super simple and easy it is for you to play around with your headers using the Astra Free. There is a lot of options more to customize your header using the Pro feature. But again, this is just like I said, sometimes the Astra free theme might just be enough for you. Or you can also set transparent headers if you want to design pages that you want to use transparent pages. You want to have colors here, and you want to use your transparent header. You have a light and a dark version of your logo, something like that. That's also possible from here. But so that's the things that you can do from here. You can still add more stuff here, and let's say you want to add maybe a search button here. Maybe I should just add that somewhere here. We can click this button here, and then you can search whatever it is you want to implement here. For example, we have a search button here. We can see that should be added to the page right now. And that's it. We now have a search icon here so that people can easily search your page. Super easy and simple thing to do. You can just go around and just click more things here, add a little more things here and there. Let's say you want to have a language switcher. This is in Astra Pro, as you can see from here. You want to add maybe a toggle button. You can see this is also locked up in the Pro. Maybe another button as well. You want to have a call to action to buy maybe your course or maybe anything you're selling on your blog. As you can see there, we have a button. You can easily just style your buttons from here. Clicking the button, the text says button. I can just easily change this. I can say buy my course, and then you can put a link to your course here, and that's it. Super simple and easy thing to do. Another thing you can still do for your button here is to set visibility for this. You might want this to show alone on certain types of device. You might want this to show on maybe your maybe we don't want this to show on our mobile, right? We have to click this, and then you have excluded mobile device from this. Because we don't want to have a cluttered header in our mobile device, we might want to turn that off and then do manual call to actions maybe during the page or whatever it is you want to do. And these are the things that are possible you can do here. And you can also still come to the design for you to change things. You can change the front, the border, the width, the border radius, padding, margin. the color of the text you want to have here, the background, a lot of things you can do to customize your header here. But I think I just love what I see here. But you see, super simple and easy to customize your header here. And I think that's it for our header. Let's leave this here and let's go to the next one. The next thing here is our post types. Let's go into that and let's customize things. For our archive and blog post types, let's go into that. So coming to our blog archive layout, so if you come down here, by default we have the classic layout. You can switch this to grid. You can see here by the design you already know what you're getting if you have grid turned on, and also you can as well change this to a list type of view for your blog layout, and also a cover. You can just experiment with all of your blog layout to see exactly how that would pop. And also post per page, this is set to 10. You might want to change this more. For my blog layout, I would love to always see more stuff here. Maybe I can do 15 depending on how you are setting up your blog page. And also some of the post structure, you can set up featured image, featured title. I think we should be able to see how that would show up here. Let's come here. I don't want to mess things up from there. Let's come to dashboard. First off, before we go, let's come to settings. Let's come to general. Let's see some of the things we can do from here. So the first thing here is your site title, which is your blog title. In my case here, you can see Siok Len. You can add a tagline here if you want to, and you can change your time zones. You can do all of those other stuff here. And the next thing is to also come to our writing. By default here, post is set to uncategorized. You might want to change this. By default, your content should post to adventure or maybe road trip. You can also set more categories. I'll show you that eventually later, hopefully. And also for our reading, which is, as you can see from here, we have a static page, and our home page is a static page, but we don't have anything set here for our blog page. So let's maybe select our blog and let's see exactly. But before we do that, let's come here, let's refresh this page. So I just want us to see what our blog page look like before we make that changes. So let's come to our blog. And you can see here, this is what the blog look like. So now let's come back here and then let's set our blog as our post page now, and let's save changes. And then let's come back here, let's refresh things. So as you can see here, this is now what our blog page look like. Yeah, because WordPress is taking over things, as you can see from here, which is super cool. So now let's come back to our customization. So like I did told you, we have this classic layout here by default. If we change this now to grid, for example, let's publish our changes here. And then if you come back to your blog page now, let's refresh this. As you can see, we now have our grid here. How super awesome is this? Let's come back to our customization. Maybe we should just come to blog here inside of this so that we can see any changes we are making to this in real time. So this is it here. So because this is 3, so setting this to maybe 13. We don't even have up to 13 blog posts right now currently on this blog. So you can set the amount of posts per page that you want for your blog page. That's very important. Maybe we should also play with list. Let's see what this would look like. So this is exactly what this would look like. This might just come in a lot handy for you. You might like this. We like things differently. Let's see what the cover would look like. And you can see what that look like here. Super awesome. Maybe I should just change this to the list type. I just want to have something a little bit different from what is generally obtainable. But if you want to have a blog that is like a news blog, you should be looking at a magazine type of blog. This is not the best kind of blog, but for a private travel blog, this might just be good enough. I can come back here and then you can see our featured image is on here. If I don't want the featured image, if I click this, you would see that it will take away the featured image completely. And you can see that. So if you don't want to have featured image, that's if you are very, very keen about speed. You don't want things that will slow you down. You want image to show when the content is being clicked. So you can see the featured image. That's it. But images just have a way of appealing people to read an article. So I would want to toggle back the featured image option from here. And then we can say our image is back, and we can leave definitely our title. For our post meta, we can hit this drop down for us to be able to see what dividers we want to use. For our featured image as well, you might want to have a custom size for every of the image. So as you can see, this one is shorter, this one is longer. That might not be good for the aesthetics of your blog archive display. And from here, you can set up a width. You don't want your width and height. You can set that up here. Once you do that, you can also set in an over effect. Once somebody over on the image, what should happen? You might just want it to zoom in or zoom out, however the case is. But let's just experiment with zooming in, and then let's play. You can see this. You can see that effect there. Super awesome. And then our image size, full width is fine. You might want to maybe change this to a thumbnail or maybe medium size just to reduce the quality. You can play with the size here to have a custom width. So that's it for that. You might also want to specify categories here. So if you toggle this on, people will be able to see what category these blog articles have been posted in. So for this now, you can see it's adventure place. That's literally up to you if you want to toggle that on. And also for our tags too as well. You may have tagged on your post and you want that visible, but you can see from here nothing is showing. It means nothing has been tagged. So for purpose of this tutorial, I might just want to toggle off categories and tags. For our meta, which is the information here, what are the things that we want people to see? For example, do we want them to see the date that the blog was published? We want to toggle that on, so you can see the date is not showing here. If you are the only one that make all the posts on your blog and you don't want to show author, you might want to toggle that on. In my case here, maybe I would want to for a travel blog. You can see that is gone, and we already have our categories here as well, so there's no need bringing it down there. You might want to toggle that off too as well, but we're going to leave this. And also for comments, maybe I will just toggle that on. If you toggle that on, once people make comment here, you should be able to see the amount of comment people have made on your blog. I think this is awesome here. Unfortunately, that's everything we can do from here in the free version. For you to have more customization options, you need to go pro. You can also come to your design tab for you to control things more. You can set your border radius alone in terms of control from here. And you have to go pro for you to be able to do more. But I think I'm okay with what I have here already. So let's come back. So we have other settings here like a single post, single page, search page. We can also customize things here. So for our single post here, we can see by default the container. We might want to make this maybe a little bit more narrow. That's literally up to you. You can set that here. Also for a container, let's say you want to have a side bar, for example, maybe to your right or to your left. You can see the settings here at the left sidebar, the right sidebar. You can just come down here. What do you want to show below related posts? You might want to turn that on so that people can see related posts. And how many posts do you want to have as related posts? Let's say maybe 3 of them. You can also set the featured image post type, what you want people to see for the featured post. Comment, categories, author, all these ones are turned on by default. Let's just turn them off. Enable post except, you might want to do that for your record, for your related post, but you might want to keep things simple. You can also align them here. I think there's just quite a lot of settings here that we can do. From a single page, yeah, related post too as well is here, and comment is turned on. That's super, super beautiful for you to customize things for your single post. You might just want to maybe click into a single post for you to see how all of that would play out, but that's literally up to you. Also for your single page, you might also want to go to several pages on your blog and see how you want to customize your page. This is super, super, super awesome. For your search page too as well, in case you have a search button, how do you want your search page to show? you can also customize this here. You can see that this is a very, very detailed WordPress theme that gives you full control as a blogger. Right now, if you go to your general, you can also set things here like breadcrumb. This is also very important for people to be able to navigate your entire website. So for breadcrumb here, we can just say before title. Maybe that's fine. For example, maybe we should click into one of the article here for us to see how that is displaying on our blog. So you can see here home, road trip, and this super cool. I don't know why this is here. You can take this out. So you can see we now have this, but we can just maybe just do this. This is more like it. So this is before the title. We can say inside. Okay, so you can see that is up here in the title, inside the header position, which is super awesome. And then you can just say maybe after. So you can see after the header, we now have a breadcrumb here. I think after will just be perfect for me. Breadcrumb are very important. Also for sidebars, you might want to maybe set up your sidebar width is by default here at 30% of the page. You might just want to maybe increase it to 40, or if you want it to be a little bit more tiny, you can do it to 25 or 20. You can play with that to see exactly how that works. I just love this control you have. Your scroll to top button, very important for your blog. In case people are reading and they are scrolling down, you want to give them just one click that takes them back to the top. So let's see that. So you can see I have that button here right now. If I click this, I'm coming back to the top. That's a fantastic feature also that you want to have on your blog. There are a lot of things more here like accessibility, your blog editor, or your miscellaneous. You can play around with that, but for me, I really don't mess with all of that. But that's also some customization you can play around with. And I think the next thing here is our footer. We might want to play with our footer just the same way we did here with our header. So you can see this is a copyright. In case you want to edit that to yourself, you can just click this and then you'd have your copyright text here. Copyright, you can see the copyright logo, your current here, and your site title. I love this. With this, it means that you don't need to come here every other year to update your copyright. It always auto change based on your calendar year. That's super awesome. And that's the reason why it's been able to populate Seahawk here, because that's my site title. I think that's super beautiful. So we can also mess around with this widget here, which is widget 1, and also a social icon, which is this, as you can see them there. So if you come into widget 1, we should be able to customize the text. Okay, welcome. So got it. So let's go to that widget. So you can see this is the text here. You can change the text, change whatever it is you want to do from here and write something else there. And then for this image here, it should be somewhere here. However, we can't see it because it's white. So you can see this is the image. You can replace the image. You can edit the image. You can link to maybe your blog site URL. Whatever it is you want to do there is super awesome. Another thing you can still do is to change colors here and there. Let's say you don't like this color here. You want to change the color that's carrying your copyright. You can just come to the settings for that container, and you can see what the layout is like. Maybe what we want to do here is to go to our design. You can also change the height in case you want to play with that too as well. So let's come to the design. You can see our color here. Let's say we want to change this to another color, maybe something like this. How super amazing is this? Maybe that's too shouty, maybe something like this. But again, we can see that our text is not popping because of that color, but we can play around with whatever color that we want to use. That's super amazing. Everything here is customizable. You will never have a problem customizing your blog to suit your unique personality, and that's the beauty. And yet you still have a super fast lighting WordPress blog. mind-blowing, mesmerizing. So right now, let's continue this. I think that's it for our footer. I don't want to overflog this, but you should be able to use this to customize everything you have on there. And this is where you can also maybe change your site icon. I've showed you seen several places where we can customize our site icon, and then we can also play with our logo. This is the logo here. We can change it. We can change the size of the logo, which is the logo width. Let's say I want to make that logo a lot bigger. So you can see that I can play around with that as much as possible as I want. Let me just click this to go back to normal, and that's it. Site tagline here can go here. A site icon, in case you don't know what a site icon is, if you come to your browser here, so you can see this page here, you can see this icon here is a WordPress icon. By default, every WordPress website have this as their default site icon. You might want to change that to your logo or whatever it is you want to use as an icon. So this is where to update that here. So that exactly is your site icon. Some will call it a favicon. Whatever it is, it's all fine. So that's it for customizing this. I think we can go to the menu. From our menu, we can change our menu entirely later. There's a default WordPress settings for menu where you can create new menu. You can also do that here, but we have this fine by me right now. For our widget, you can see this. Also, we have a default widget area for WordPress that we can go and edit every of the widget that we have on our website. So we can also do stuff here too as well. On page settings, we can come here. I already showed you how to make these settings here earlier in our settings, default WordPress settings, but you can also still do that here inside of your customization tab. An additional CSS, if you're very good with CSS and you want to custom, you want to write code to style your blog, you can implement that here. If you're the type that use vibe coding tools to want to customize things here, if you go to any of your AI tool or AI vibe coding tool to help you do certain customization on your blog, and you are told to implement it on your website using CSS, this is where to implement it. Super simple and easy. I think that's it for our customization here. Let's just publish every of our customization, and that's it. That's everything we can do from here. Let's go back. We are done customizing our blog, and we have a blog here ready for us to explore. So that's exactly how to customize your blog using Astra. Super easy thing to do here. Let's say you want to change things now. You want to change the images, the text on the pages. This is super easy thing to do too as well. I don't want to believe that you know how to do that. Let me show you. But if you know how to do that, you can skip this part. Just come up here to edit page. We are using the default Gutenberg, default WordPress page builder here to edit our page. And that's the reason why we'll be having a super fast blog here. Cool. So now let's close this up, and you can see here we can begin to change this here with our Gutenberg. You can just change this here, explore the world with, maybe in my case I don't want to say me, I can just say with dapps. Super amazing how easy it is. For this image, if you click into this, you can click the replace button here to maybe upload a new image or go to your WordPress library to update this image, or you can come here to the right hand corner here to change your image. And you can also have the option to disable lazy load. I will not recommend that because lazy load is good for a super fast WordPress blog. So that's it. You can change all the text here. Super simple and easy for you to customize things. If you click into this, for example, you can display whatever types of category that you want to display here. This is displaying a post. Definitely we don't want to display pages. For our taxonomies here is displaying categories. You might want to maybe change it to tags. We may have tagged some content maybe as featured content. We may want to change that to maybe tags, and just come down here and change that to tags. And then we can exclude current post, or make, like by default here is 3. We might want to maybe turn it to 4. You can see how that is displaying. So let's now say we want to do 6 posts. You can see that here. Super awesome. Offset starting posts, you might want to do that. Offset maybe the first 2 or 3 posts because you already have displayed them as your latest post up front, something like that. You just have a lot of customization options here. You might want to make your post ascending or descending. You might want to order them by date, by title, or maybe something even more random. You just want random posts here because you want to give your readers something unique anytime they are visiting your page, not the same post every time. Super awesome stuff to do. For our image, you can also customize things here. You want to make it large, you want it at the top, you want to make it a background, whatever it is. And also our read mod link, you might want to customize our button. Let's say we want to make this, you can see this. Let's want to make it round, you can see this. We want to do this, you can see this. There is just no limit to what you can do from here. So that's it. Once you're always done from here, you can always come here to save changes. I'm tempted here to want to install Astra Pro to show you several other features that you can get from Astra Pro. Like for example, you want to have mega menu, you want to have so many things on your blog, you just want to have a unique, beautiful blog. Astra Pro is the answer to that. But unfortunately, this video has gone longer than I expected. So maybe I will do another tutorial entirely to show you how to set up a blog using Astra Pro. And then we are focusing in that tutorial on Astra Pro features. That will be an exciting video for you to see. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel and you're seeing this video, you should subscribe right now because you don't want to miss out on super fun, awesome tutorials we have in line on this YouTube channel. But just before I end this tutorial, I would want to show you some other things you can do to get the best out of your blog. So now let's come back to the back end of our WordPress website. You want to install a plugin to cover your SEO problems. That's very important for a blog. And one of the plugins that I would recommend that you use is Yoast SEO. There's a lot of them. Rank Math, Yoast, they're all good plugins, but I would just love to install Yoast on this website. So you can see Yoast advanced SEO with real-time guidance and built-in AI. So let's install this. Would be like I told you, you can see we have Rank Math here. Rank Math is having 3 million active installation, but Yoast SEO is having 10 million active installations. Another plugin you might also want to install on your website that would help you optimize your website entirely might just be WP Optimize. That will help you optimize every aspect of your WordPress website or your blog. Is a very detailed and cumbersome plugin that the free also might just be enough for you to use. So WP Optimize, as you can see here, WP Optimize, it will help you with cache, compress your image, minify, clean your database, boost your page speed and performance. So let's install this plugin too as well. You see, these 2 plugins are essential for your WordPress blog. So right now, let's come to our installed plugins and let's see if we can activate the both. Awesome, those plugins are now installed and we can see them here on our blog, Yoast SEO and WP Optimize. So let's come to Yoast SEO, and there are some general things you can do. You have to go through an onboarding process for you to implement this with your website. Are you a first-time user? You can go through this optimization process. So from here, you can come down here, start SEO data optimization. If you click this, you can just continue the process. There are quite a number of things. Your site representation, is it an organization? Or it is for a person. If it's a person, you can select that. If it is for an organization, you can select that. Your logo, you can just go through all of this to give Yoast SEO a profile of what your blog is about so that they can help you optimize it way better. You can also still come here to their settings. Let's leave this. From their site features, you can see SEO analysis is turned on by default, which is good. Your readability analysis is also turned on, which is good. Inclusive language analysis, you might want to turn that on. That's literally up to you. Yoast SEO is a premium feature, and you can also come down here and just scroll through everything that this is able to do for you. And then you can see you already have your sitemap. So just in case you want to submit your sitemap to Google, which is also important that you do, you need to integrate your blog to maybe Google Analytics or a search console so that you can interact more with Google and submit your sitemap, so that you can request indexing and do all those kind of stuff, which is fantastic. And those are the things here you get using SEO literally for free. And that reminds me, there's a plugin that would help you just submit your property here, integrate it with Google Analytics and other Google properties for your blog. Super simple. Let's come to plugins here. Let's come to add new. Just type in Google into your plugin search bar. You should be able to see this plugin here. It's called Sitekit by Google. And you can see this plugin is by Google. It has 5 million active installations. These are plugins you want to have on your blog, because from here, one-stop solution, you can easily see your Google Analytics, your search console, how your blog is doing in search engines, and all of those good stuff. So that's it. You can see here this is installed, and the next thing you want to do is to hit the setup, follow the prompt, and you would find it super simple and easy thing to do. If these are further tutorials you want to see on this channel, do let us know in the comment section. We'll be super excited to walk you through this process and then you can see how super simple and easy it is to set up all of this. And that's it for this. The final thing I want to touch here again is your WP Optimize. We should also have a dedicated tutorial on how to optimize your blog using WP Optimize. That video will be available on this YouTube channel shortly. You want to subscribe so that you are sure that once that tutorial is out, you know exactly how to go through WP Optimize. There is a lot. This plugin is so big, I probably would not be able to talk about every of this in the next 30 minutes if I want to walk you through everything you can do with this to optimize your blog. So you can see here already there are some optimization we can begin to do for our blog. You can run optimizations. This is basically for our database. I love how thorough this plugin is. You want to make sure that your database is as light as possible so that you can have a clean, fast WordPress blog. And then you can also optimize your images, your cache, you can also minify stuff, and also your performance. A lot of things here. This is a fantastic thing. I want to believe that this tutorial has been long and helpful. You can see exactly how to customize a blog using Astra, using the free version of Astra. This is super good. If you have any question whatsoever in any aspect of this tutorial, feel free to drop them in the comment section. We'll be happy to look at them and help you as much as possible. If you also love this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel to see more awesome tutorials like this from us. That's my time for this tutorial. I will see you in another one, and until then, take care.